How does one tactfully tell Aunt Susan her fruitcake is still inedible? Family gatherings can be a minefield of sensitive issues, and discussing someone's cooking is often one of the most treacherous. So how do you tell Aunt Susan that her fruitcake is still inedible without hurting her feelings? Here's a guide on handling this delicate situation with empathy and tact. Understanding the sensitivity of food criticism. Telling someone that their food isn't good can be tough, especially in a family setting. There are emotional aspects to consider that make this conversation particularly dicey. The emotional investment in cooking. Cooking is often more than just mixing ingredients. For many, it's an expression of love and effort. Aunt Susan likely puts her heart into that fruitcake, hoping it's a hit at the family gathering. Criticizing it means you're not just talking about a cake. You're touching on her emotions and dedication. Cultural context of food traditions. Family and cultural traditions around food add another layer of sensitivity. Aunt Susan's fruitcake might be a family heirloom recipe passed down through generations. Critiquing it isn't just about the taste. It's about respecting family history and traditions, choosing the right approach. When it comes to sensitive matters like this, the approach you choose can make a world of difference. Here are some strategies to deliver your message gently. The sandwich method. The sandwich method is a classic for a reason. Start with a compliment, offer your critique in the middle, and end with another positive note. For example, Aunt Susan, you always make such lovely desserts, and I can see you put a lot of effort into the fruitcake. I think the recipe might need a little tweak, maybe less fruit or more spice, but your baking skills always bring joy to our gatherings. Timing and setting for the conversation. Don't bring this up in front of everyone at the dinner table. Find a private moment when Aunt Susan is more relaxed. Timing can be everything. Nobody wants to hear criticism in the middle of a celebration. A quiet one-on-one conversation is far more effective and considerate. How to frame the conversation. The way you frame your words can have a significant impact. Make sure your language reflects your intent to offer help, not just critique. Using I statements. I statements focus on your experience rather than placing blame. For instance, saying, "I found the fruitcake a bit too dense for my taste," is softer than "your fruitcake is too dense." This approach minimizes defensiveness and promotes understanding. Suggesting alternatives or improvements. Instead of just pointing out flaws, offer constructive feedback. Suggest an alternative ingredient or a slight change. For instance, maybe using a different type of dried fruit could give it a more balanced flavor. This shows you're interested in helping, not just criticizing. Handling possible reactions. Even with the best intentions, Aunt Susan might react emotionally. Being prepared can help you navigate this better. Empathy and understanding. Show empathy by acknowledging her feelings. If Aunt Susan seems upset, say, "I understand this might feel hurtful. I only want to help because I know how hard you work on making everything perfect for us." This reassures her that your critique comes from a place of love. Maintaining the relationship. Reiterating the importance of your relationship over the fruitcake is key. You might say, "No matter what, I love you and appreciate all the effort you put into our family gatherings. You always make them special." This helps ensure that your relationship remains strong despite the critique. Conclusion. Discussing sensitive issues like Aunt Susan's fruitcake requires a gentle touch and thoughtful approach. Understand the emotional and cultural aspects, choose a considerate method, and frame your words with care. By showing empathy and prioritizing your relationship, you can have this tough conversation without damaging family bonds.